Hey y'all, we are going to talk about other trends that we can find on the periodic table. We know that our periodic table is telling us so much information. It's telling us energy levels, it's telling us sublevels, it's telling us valence electrons, and we're going to keep digging through this whole year and keep seeing all that information that our periodic table is telling us. Right now, we're going to focus on three properties of atoms, which are atomic radius, ionization energy, and electronegativity. I'm just going to give you a brief definition of those three, and then you are going to go through and graph what those properties are for the first 20 elements. And then we'll come back together and we will discuss what your graphs showed you and then why those trends are the way they are. Okay? So first thing is atomic radius. This is pretty easy to tell from the name, okay? But this is the distance between the center of the nucleus to the farthest energy level. Did not give you enough room there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's just a distance, just like you know about radius in math class, same thing, but in terms of an atom. Okay, ionization energy. Okay, this is the amount of energy it takes to steal an electron. Specifically a valence electron. Okay, and our last one is electronegativity. This is the measure of an atom's tendency to attract an electron. Okay, so we're going to see what those properties are for the first 20 elements, and then we should see trends pop up on our periodic table with that 1 through 20 of those elements. Okay, before I send you off to graph, just know there are two words you need to know. So we use the words period and group to identify how you're going down the periodic table. So a period on the periodic table is the row, which we also know is our energy levels. So you going across the periodic table, this would be period 1, period 2, period 3, right? Row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay, group is when we're talking about columns. So that's like the up down, right? So again, this would be group 1, group 2, group 3, and so on the periodic table. So I just want to make sure you know what those words mean because you're going to see that in your analysis that I'm asking you to go across a period or down a group. Okay, so let me tell you what you're going to complete right now for this activity. So right now you are going to do some graphing. So I have some things highlighted there to, help remind you, what's important when we graph. And you're going to do the analysis for those. Okay. And so there's some highlighting you're going to do on top of your graphing. And then it's you kind of looking at your graph and finding out some trends. Okay. And so then you would stop here because we're going to do that summary together when we come back together. Okay, same thing here. So you have a graph for first ionization energy and you have an analysis, and then you're going to stop there because again, we're going to summarize together. And then the same thing for that last property of electronegativity. So you're going to graph, you're going to do the analysis, and then you are going to stop there so that we can summarize together. Okay, so good luck graphing. Make sure you're labeling your axes and you're putting a title.